Today we're going to be talking about the worst film I've ever seen. It's a movie by the name of Halloween Resurrection. I have it here on DVD because I love to waste money.
Hello, Michael. I need to come sooner or later. What took you so long? Freaking sleep, mother...
I watched it so you didn't have to. Let me just look up the Rotten Tomatoes scores here on Bing. I use Bing, not Google, because I'm a contrarian. The film has a 10% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's 10 too many. And a 25% audience score. Alright, I took some extensive notes. And now we're going to discuss the reasons why I think this is the worst film I've ever seen. And I wrote these ideas in chronological order. I wrote these notes in order of which I felt them while watching the movie. Alright, first of all, let me just discuss something about Michael Myers. Michael Myers has never looked good. Ever. If you watch the original Halloween, he looks kind of okay. But in this film, let me show you a picture of Michael in the original Halloween. This is a picture of Michael in the original Halloween. This is a picture of him in Halloween 4. So I thought we'd discuss the film in a who, what, when, where context. Who am I? Who gives a shit? My opinion is valid. That's all you need to know. What are we discussing? We're discussing a film by the name of Halloween Resurrection. When was it released? 2002. When did I watch it? Yesterday. Unfortunately. Where did I watch it? In the comfort of my own home. Why did I watch it? Now that is a question that has yet to be answered. And it probably will never have a logical answer. Maybe because I like hurting myself. Another issue I have, this doesn't just revolve around this film. This also pertains to other films in this franchise and films of many different horror franchises that originated in the late 70s, 80s, whatever, and continued on with 1001 sequels and eventually died out due to the law of diminishing returns. This idea that in order to make a sequel, you need to retcon everything that happened in the previous films. This film does that. Halloween Resurrection retcons the ending of Halloween H2O in some way. In the ending of Halloween H2O, spoiler alert for a fucking 25-year-old movie, Laurie Strode kills Michael Myers. She cuts off his head at the end of the film, and the head bounces around like a little football. That was it. It was implied that that was the end of everything. But in the beginning of this movie, he's back for whatever reason. And at first I'm thinking, okay, maybe this is a new guy. Maybe this isn't Michael Myers. Maybe this is somebody that... But no, it's actually Michael. You want to know why? Because Laurie cut off the wrong guy's head. Apparently, at the end of Halloween H2O, the way they retcon this, the mythology is that Michael, before he knew he was going to die, he put his mask on somebody else, a police officer. And she cut off the head of a police officer. And now, in the beginning of Resurrection, she's in an insane asylum. Why am I alive? Michael bursts in through this door, literally bursts in. He just walks straight through the door after some terrible digital shaky cam, and he goes to kill Laurie, but Laurie is ready because she's been waiting for Michael for, 3 years or whatever. She wants Michael on Halloween, and she's gonna kill him. Stop. Michael bursts in through the door. She runs out of the door. She runs up to the roof for whatever reason. And because Michael is a dumbass in these sequels, he follows her up there. He gets trapped in a freaking tangled, rope situation. He's swung upside down. And then Laurie, for whatever reason, decides to go up to Michael and be like, oh, I just have to... When she literally can slit his throat right now, she walks up and she grabs his mask. just to make sure it's him, because the retcon made her nervous that she was going to kill another police officer. And, you know, it's actually him because this movie has to happen.
Now what are you gonna do?
He grabs her, stabs her, or whatever, and she dies in his arms. And then before she falls to her death, she kisses him on the mouth.
I don't know if it was retconned in a previous movie that they were brother and sister, but from what I remember of the franchise, to that point, they are brother and sister. So, you know, I'm not sure I understand why that happened.
Anyway, it was a weird choice, and it really creeped me out. Then she falls to her death, flailing in front of a green screen, and then movie happens. And then freaking Busta Rhymes owns this entertainment network called Dangertainment.
Let the Dangertainment begin out this.
And for entertainment purposes, he decides to take this group of lucky teenagers to Michael Myers' house. I'm okay with them killing a bunch of annoying teenagers. That's fine. But, why would they sign up for this? Anyway, you know, I keep dozing off because when we meet our teenagers, none of them are likable at all. And it's always, you know, people say, oh,
You don't need a likable character in a movie because, you know, whatever.
but it's like, no, you need a character that you care about to ground you into the circumstances of the movie. If the movie is good enough, then maybe, yeah, you don't need that. But this movie
Needed that.
And there's some very, very weird scenes that happen in this movie. Very awkward.
Haven't you ever had an impulse that you just could not control?
Continuously.
That was me watching the movie. I was dumbfounded. It was ridiculous. It was just the worst experience I've ever had. Anyways, Halloween 8 is... Like, there was a shot of the movie where the main girl was about to get killed. And, you know, it's all live streamed via webcam, right? And the scene right after that, guess what it is? Guess.
I want you to guess.
No, I'm just fucking with you. I'm gonna tell you. She's trying to escape Michael Myers. She just found out that all of her friends are freaking dead. She goes out through a window, right? You think if you get to escape a house with a deadly freaking murderous killer, if you escape, chances are you'd get out, go to a police station, get somebody, right? Get an adult, a grown adult, you know? Even though these teenagers are like 35. She leaves this house, right? Through one of the windows. She goes down the side of the house and enters the house again via a different window. Now, I'm not the brightest bulb in the batch, but even I wouldn't make that fucking mistake. Oh shit, the Oscars are tomorrow night. And there's just this freaking guy in the movie that really started to piss me off. I think he was the first to die, which, you know, after he died, I was like, I'm glad he's dead. There was one good thing about the movie. One good thing. The fight that happened between Busta Rhymes and Michael Myers.
So you want to be on Dangertainment?
Let's see what you got.
Was the best fight sequence.
Yo, Mike, come see me. Michael, come and see me. Look at me. Wanna fuck with me? Huh? Motherfucker.
ever seen in my life. And what's funny is that the film is so dark. Not like dark thematically. I mean dark visually. So much so that the only scene I could clearly see was at the end when Michael Myers and Busta Rhymes had an epic battle in the fire.
Trick or treat, motherfucker. No. No.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
Now what are you gonna do? You
Burn, motherfucker.
Anyways. Oh, is that my mother? Okay, guys, so that was my review for Halloween, Fate of the Furious. Alright, now I'm going to introduce a new segment to our show called Power to the People, where we read reviews from you all on Letterboxd. Alright, let me type this out here. Let me just reach for this. Maybe it'd be a little easier if all these porn ads would go away. Everyone, we're going to read some reviews for Halloween, the fate of some reviews for Halloween, Regurgitation on Letterboxd. 1.5 stars from Cole. Busta Rhymes Kung Fu kicks Michael Myers out of a window. That is a thing that happens. Fuck this movie. You know, I am a desperate young man, but even I wouldn't fuck this movie. I want to see some of the 5-star reviews here.
let's take a look at some of the idiots on here.
5 stars from Brando! Exclamation point. Yeah, go fiction versus truth. I do not joke around when I say Halloween Resurrection is a misunderstood postmodern masterpiece. Well,
Maybe you should yank your head out of your ass.
oh my god. This review is horrifically long. Oh my god, that's I didn't expect it to be that long. This is a 5-star rating from Charlie, and this man seems to agree with me. Busta Rhymes versus Michael Myers is the single greatest cinematic fight in history, and if you even try making an argument otherwise, I will eat you. Sounds kind of hot. You know, I might disagree with him. I might make the argument. Another 5-star review from Benjamin. This is dripping with postmodernist meta commentary. What the hell is with all this postmodernism bullshit? 5-star review from Brian. When Busta Rhymes calls Michael Myers' body in the bag a chicken fried motherfucker is when this movie really goes from a 4.5 to a solid 5 for me, to be honest.
Excuse me.
5-star review from The Kia. In honor of the greatest line in cinema history. Trick or treat, motherfucker. Okay, we're done here. Okay, I'm done dealing with you knuckle-dragging basement dwellers. I'm above this, and you know that. Alright, let's search for a cinematic equivalent here, okay? Halloween Resurrection, I'd say, is a cinematic equivalent to a Five Guys burgers and fries grilled cheese sandwich. The texture is like wet cardboard. It's flat, mushy, void of any substance other than empty calories. It doesn't even fill you up. And that's the worst part about it. In hindsight, I wish I spoke a little bit more about the actual plot, the actual meat of the movie. but there's no meat. In all seriousness, it's truly a huge step down from the previous film, Halloween H2O, which that film has nothing to do with water, actually. There's not even a puddle in the movie. And, I'm glad I wasn't alive in 2002, Well, I wish I wasn't alive now. This is the worst film I've ever seen. What I just said is not hyperbolic. I will not be coming back for more episodes of this. It's the worst movie I've ever seen. Take it to the bank. Bet your money on it. Bet your house. Bet your dog. Bet everything. Okay, maybe don't bet like your house or your dog on it, because this is an assignment and I need to do another episode eventually.